Corniff, and authorities here are about to execute a search warrant at the property of Craig Ross.
Hey, it's me, Vicky
The man who
Marie.
kidnapped,
Now, of course,
well, allegedly, but
I'm
we'll
just
say
about
he
to
did,
start the live, and I've got so many
Charlotte,
things I want
Sena,
to talk to you about this
9-year-old,
case. This case of
9 years old,
Charlotte
who was
Sena, who's been
found
found safe and
alive.
well. And then the live just seems to be starting at, I think, a little bit of a crucial time, because I think JLR, he's there outside the home of the perpetrator or the alleged perpetrator, but seeing how she was in a cupboard in his house, he is likely to be the perpetrator. And I think we just happened to be going live at the time that JLR is there, going live at the time that the search warrant is due to be executed. And it was quite funny because everyone was waiting outside the wrong house. To begin with, all the media, everyone was outside, even JLR, they were outside the wrong house. They were watching the mother's house being searched. And the mother seemed to be sat in a car reading a search warrant. They've been in there with hazmat suits. You know, I'm not sure why they're wearing hazmat suits unless that's just procedure. Yeah, it looked very, dramatic. And now they're at the actual guy's house, Craig. Now, I don't know, it seems like he lives in a different house to where he was actually holding Charlotte. I don't think it's clear yet whether he was holding her in some sort of little place on his mother's property, or if he was actually holding her in his own house, which was sort of round the corner.
We're going to see if they come. Look, they're going in the backyard.
So they're going into the backyard, and of course he's not there, Craig, because he's in
They're
custody.
looking in his backyard.
Yes. Anyway, so JLR is right there on the scene. So we'll have a little look at this before we see if anything dramatic happens. But let me just say hello to everybody. Gosh, I mean, it's been. I think it's been. Gosh, it was lovely, wasn't it, when she was found? And it's just an amazing feeling. But now it's like, gosh, there's so many questions in this case. You know, who is this guy? Did he plan that kidnapping, or was he just happened to be passing? Or had he planned it? Had he stalked her? Does he know the family? I saw on some chats they were saying that he was their neighbour previously, but again, I don't know if that's true. Some people saying he used to be a postman, which of course postmen get to know, areas, etc. But I don't even know if that's true. So we're waiting for official. There's been no there'll be no more press conference now, probably till tomorrow. Yeah, there's so many things that we don't know. I think it's all very odd. Has he ever done anything like this before?
Good morning, everyone.
People were saying he was a
child.
No,
he hasn't executing got a search warrant.
Any
right now.
any
detectives
record
just came here within the
of
last 10 minutes or so.
Children. He had a
and
DUI.
Well, this is what said at they are
the
now
press conference.
searching the home and property.
We can only go
location
by
here
what they
in
said at
Corniff
the press
is on Circle
conference.
Drive, and this is just a few minutes away from Charlotte's family's home. They don't live very far at all from this location.
Yeah, they live very close to her home, so it makes you wonder: had he stalked her? Does he know the family? It's all very, very odd. I think there's so many strange things, and I've got so many things to show you, but I just want to see what's happening here first. Let me just say hello to everyone while we're watching. We're watching to see what JLR has to say. I
As
don't know if he's
some of you might
expecting
or
him to
might not
go,
know,
you know,
I am
go
JLR
storming in.
Investigative to go to the
But it looked
scene
quite dramatic at his
of
mum's
the
house
crime.
because they
And
were in there, you
perfect
know,
timing on
all
this one.
gowned up in their hazmat suits. I feel for his mum. If she didn't know anything about it, I do feel
So what are
for
they
her.
going to come out of?
Anyway,
with?
hi Chumba, hi David, hi Jackie, hi Rose Petal, hi
I mean,
Tina,
it's looks
hi
like one of those.
Irish
It looks
I'm
like
glad
a
you
trailer
got everything sorted.
with the same color shed.
Hi Rustic Rach.
Neighbor next door.
Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked with the thing. Hi Heather, hi Kate from the Cook Islands.
I'm gonna try to get over here a little bit.
Hi Maltese Cross.
I'm gonna come over here
Heather
and
Cook, hi.
show you guys a
hi
different
Stuart.
view.
Yeah, I thought it looked like a nice house, but they made it, you know, I don't know, they made it out that it wasn't. Hi Jean.
The cone. Everybody wants to know about the cone. There's the cone.
Yeah, so this is his house. Yeah, it looks nice. It's very remote.
I'm trying
apparently.
to get a different angle to see what is back there. As far as looks like there's some sort of shed back there. It's a great question. Did he confess? Did he give incriminating statements? Did he lawyer up instantly and not speak? What is his excuse? What is his rationale for this?
Yeah, to me, I wrote, so sorry to talk over
small, quiet
JLR, but really he's not saying anything, just describing the scene. It's so great that he's there because some of the footage that I've watched today, it's great to see, you know, the actual house, etc. It's brilliant, isn't it? You know, to actually see that on the scene footage. It looks beautiful to me, though, to be honest. So now let me see. What I don't want, there's loads of things I don't understand.
Will they eventually come in hazmat suits like they did at his mom's house?
Yeah, will they come in? Are they waiting for them to come in hazmat?
They had hazmat suits.
It's number 13, his house, but you know, 13 is a lucky number for me. I like the number 13.
There's some confusion out there. Charlotte was found at his mom's property, on his mom's property. This is his property, which is very, very close to where Charlotte lived. It's a 2-minute drive. This is on Circle Drive.
Yeah, so this, his mom's property was where.
So they've been down there at his mom's house, searching since light. I would say 10 a.m. ish.
And so
they had
Charlotte was found at his mom's property, not at this property.
I think.
And the police have been there since first thing in the morning.
The next day today,
the search warrant,
light.
hazmat
and then
suits.
Also maybe the judge has to sign off on the warrant or whatnot, or try to get statements out of him to.
This is his property, which is a little bit of a distance away from his mum's property, but only 2 minutes away from where Charlotte lives.
Why do they wear hazmat suits? I don't know. Thank you, everyone, for the support.
Yeah, very strange.
So apparently what I'm hearing is, he's in custody. He's at the county jail, no bond, 1 count of kidnapping. Could be more charges. He apparently could go to court Friday, possibly for a bond hearing. Other than that, his next court hearing, I believe, is sometime in October that the judge set. But he can try for a bond hearing, I believe, Friday, but we know that he's not going to get bond.
So did you all see the picture of it?
I would assume that
that I put on the community post.
There was a lawyer by the name of Thomas
individual, I think.
McDonegal or something similar to that, who has signed the paperwork with him. I don't know if that's going to be his public defender.
Yeah, I'll go back to JLR. Look, this is him. Did you see this picture of him? He seems to have a cut on his forehead. It's quite interesting because the police said, oh, yes, he resisted arrest, so there was a minor skirmish. But, you know, I said to my son, that probably means they battered him. He's definitely got, a few little injuries. Good, you know, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, they had to get him. Apparently, he did try to resist arrest. And apparently, he's 6'4", 265 pounds, I think, was it? 275 pounds. He was a big guy, apart from looking absolutely terrifying. It looks like someone out of Deliverance, doesn't he? So poor girl must have been absolutely terrified, unless she knew him, you know? I go back to, hang on. I'm going to go back to JLR.
From custody ever. Again, I think he's spending the rest of his life.
Hi, Saskia. Hope you're okay. It looks a bit Irish because of the ginger hair, isn't it? But then they're all Scottish because it's the old Icelandic influence, isn't it? A lot of... it does look like something out of Deliverance. And, you know, lots of people say, no, if it was an immigrant or whatever, he's not well, everyone in America is an immigrant, but he's not that.
Yes, this is,
you know, he's American. No one's going to say, anyway, I'm not going down that line again. I get into trouble.
Detectives are here. So we see a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a trooper.
Hello. Listen, yeah, all right. We won't talk about hair colour. Well, they say he was a postman, Jean, but I don't think there's a lot of things that have been said about him that are not confirmed officially. So basically, what this guy did, he's gone to the address, so he knew where the address was. So either he already knew, he probably already knew if he only lived 2 minutes away, or
thank you, take care.
Sorry, not Stuart. I'm looking at Stuart in the chat there.
CBS 6 is leaving. I'm the only person left here. No other media here.
What just seems strange to me, to be honest, is I just think, why would you kidnap her to give her a ransom? A lot of people watching.
Public interest case, right?
Are they that rich a family that he thought that he would get a that he thought they would get a ransom, be able to get a ransom together? Of course, we don't know what he said in the ransom note yet because they haven't released that. We don't know how much he was asking for. We don't know, you know, what the instructions were, you know, where to take the ransom, how to pay it. All we know is there was a ransom note put in it. And then it seems like he took it and sort of hand delivered it in the post box, which is really, really strange, I think, because you know there's so much CCTV now, door cams and things like that, but it's just seemed like a big chance to take, don't you think? And then to not be forensically aware enough to realize that it left his fingerprint.
Everybody's saying the cone. We have cone memes. So there you go. There's the cone. The cone here is intact.
What was he going on about the cone for? Anyway, and the thing is as well, so apparently they had his fingerprint. So apparently the police had been called. The police
What's
were
cool is those detectives are really nice.
But at the very moment that he turned up there to deliver this note,
and coffee.
They were called off on another call.
He said,
and I was thinking, why didn't they just arrest him there?
We offered them donuts and coffee.
Anyway, that's what they're saying. Really, you know, again, it hasn't been officially confirmed, so we're waiting for quite a lot of official.
But they were very, very nice, and they're going to check out the channel later, so that's cool.
But then, of course, they got yes, there's something not right here, because first of all, how would they know that it delivered a ransom note? You know, if the police weren't there at the time when he arrived there, and they didn't see him put the note in the post box, why did they then go and look in the post box? You know, there's some, you know, well, we won't know everything. You know, the police will be keeping a lot to themselves. And as you say, the most important thing is Charlotte is safe. Hi, Ocean Blue. Yeah, we're watching that because, well, you know, he was at the wrong house to start with anyway. He's at the right house now, but we're just watching it because the police have arrived, haven't they, to raid it.
His home looks like.
But I have got so many more things to show you, but I just want to see what's happening. Well, Rustic Rach, they were watching the house, but what I'm saying is, when the guy actually delivered the ransom note, apparently they'd been called off on another call. But then how did they know to look in the post box for the ransom note?
Matter of fact, let me get my
tripod. No, you were sat outside my house looking at my post box, and then you had to go off for 10 minutes.
Bring it over here.
And in that very 10 minutes, somebody came and put a note in my post box.
Yeah, they're
Why would you go and look in there? Why would you think that somebody had done that if you hadn't been there to see it? It's something strange. Anyway, the most important thing is that Charlotte is safe. That is the most important thing. But now, of course, it's a question of unpicking this. Why did he do it?
Well, I haven't really seen anyone go in yet.
You know, why did he do it? Did he know Charlotte? Does he know her family? What's the... to me, it seems like a very strange thing to do, to just randomly kidnap someone. And how did he know?
Yes, this is the home of Craig Ross.
Well, Ocean Blue, but that is, again, it hasn't been confirmed officially. Because, you know, and you know I love JLR, but initially there was lots of rumours going around that the guy was 51, he was a convicted SO, and he was saying his brother was in there. We don't know. We don't, and a lot of those things, they just weren't true. So, you know, we have to be careful until we get official confirmation of the circumstances. Even JLR, he doesn't know everything, bless him. You know, he goes on tips that he gets, and there was, you know, there were a lot of rumours going around. I mean, I was watching another stream, a very reputable stream, WFL. Is it WFL anyway? And they were reporting on this, that this guy was 51 years old. He was a convicted child lover, and that wasn't true. So we've got, you know, we've got to be careful. But yes, so anyway, she was not found at his property, at this property. She was found at the mother's property. I think the mother's property has got like a little build on the back. And when I say the mother's property, it was more on her ground. I don't think it was in the mother's. Share
this video, everyone.
It's like a little build on at the back.
Get this video out there, so
and that's where she was.
Share it amongst the community.
Oh, sorry to hear you're in pain, Saskia.
If you're new to the channel, welcome. JLR Investigates.
Now,
consider subscribing, please.
Because of this,
and becoming a channel
thank you, Jay. And also consider subscribing to my channel as well. I mean, definitely subscribe to JLR if you haven't already, because he's a very interesting channel. But also don't forget to consider subscribing to my channel too, and remember to like the video, please. Now, JLR, he doesn't mind you sharing his footage. He's very generous like that. He says constantly, please share, which is nice, because obviously how else are you going to get footage that you can show people? Let me see. There's so much that I want to tell you, but I feel like something dramatic might happen in a minute. I don't know how to put things to the side, unfortunately. Unless I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the sound down on the video so you can still see it, but I can still tell you. Thank you. Please like, yeah. Thank you, Rustic Rach. So I'm turning the sound down on this, but just in case something dramatic happens, I can go back and turn the sound up. But there's something, you know, there's things that I want to tell you as well. I like from my own sort of research. So there was somebody had put something interesting. Now we don't. This guy, as far as I know, he hasn't got any apart from the DWI or what, you know, drinking under the influence, DUI, where they had his fingerprints. As far as I know, apart from that, hasn't got any other criminal convictions. So, but what was interesting to me was on one of the very many videos that I've been watching from various different presenters, there was a comment from someone who said, "Oh, well, there was 2 girls murdered in the same area, and you know he may be connected to them." Now, so I looked up these cases, and I'm going to share this for a while. I'll just come off JLR for a while. So these are 2 unsolved murders from that area of 2 young girls, from Jennifer Hammond and Christina White. And Jennifer Hammond, this girl here, and she was 18, but she looks younger, doesn't she? I mean, obviously we don't know when that photo was from. She looks very, very young, but she was 18. And she vanished at the age of 18 on August the 1st. And from Milton, from a mobile home park in Milton, so she could sell magazine subscriptions door to door. And when her co-workers returned to the mobile home park later to pick her up, she was nowhere to be found. She never returned to the hotel where they were staying in Albany, and she was never seen or heard from again. Then so that was in 2003. Well, this guy is 47. I don't know that he's connected. I'm just seeing like these are murders that happened in the same area. 2 years later, another young woman disappeared from the same area. On June the 30th, 2005, 19-year-old Christina White, this poor soul, vanished without a trace, and she was last seen by her mother at the home they shared at the Stockade Mobile Home Park. And the Stockade Mobile Community is located less than 2 miles from Creek and Pines, where Jennifer was last seen. And the police have said, well, 9 months later, on March the 10th, 2006, Christina, that's the lady, the girl on the right here, her remains were found in the Datetown Forest in Greenfield. And forensics revealed that she'd been stabbed multiple times. And it was believed that she'd been killed shortly after her disappearance. In the meantime, Jennifer Hammond, the other poor soul, she was still missing, and she remained missing until 2009, October the 26th, when a hunter found a human skull on Lake Desolation. God, what a name that is, Lake Desolation. Well, you can imagine that that's pretty remote, can't you? Lake Desolation Forest in Greenfield. And the location where the skull was found, it is a little over 3 miles from the location where Christina's remains were found. And forensic testing and dental records confirmed that the skull belonged to Jennifer Hammond, and her death was classified as a homicide. So from that point forward, detectives have announced that they believe Jennifer and Christina were killed by the same person or persons, but both these cases are unsolved. So I just thought that was interesting, you know, that these 2 girls vanished and presumed murdered from the same area. Sort of one in 2003. I'm trying to think. So if he's 47, he would have only been, well, he would have been 27, and one on 2005. I'm not saying it was him. I'm just saying these are things that happen roundabout. And somebody had commented this on one of the streams that I was looking at. Right, we'll go back to JLR now. I'll put his sound back up, just in case we... They do look young, don't they? That's the thing. So although one was 18 and one was 19, I think, they look young. And they were, the thing is, they disappeared from mobile home parks. And, you know, I don't know, just makes you wonder, is there a connection? Time will tell. Time will tell.
Thank you, Roxanne. Thank you for the support. Thank you, everyone, for the support.
So, what do you think? Oh, you're on a train, Rustic, Rachel. Where are you going?
We're hearing a mailman.
You're having a wine. I've got a Calamucci.
I am on the corner of Circle Drive and Solar Drive. Circle and Solar in Corinth.
The thing is, you know, that's what we say, don't we, about it? It's almost better if there is a serial killer, because the thought of there being 3 different
I'm reading comments.
Horrible twonks out there is not, this is my new word, twonk, because I can say that and it feels good to say it, but it's not actually swearing, so people won't get offended. But it's almost better to think there's just one person out there doing this, rather than thinking, oh my God, that's 3 different people kidnapping girls. Hi, Mark. But of course, this is completely different, because this is not a murder. This is a kidnapping. And poor Charlotte, she was in the cupboard. Now, it put me in mind of Shannon Matthews. You know, I've been saying about Shannon, you know, not that I think that the family are involved, but, you know, nothing's beyond the bounds of possibility, is it? And, you know, the Shannon Matthews case, I think I might cover that in the members live on Thursday, because that's a very interesting case about the guy who was holding Shannon. You know, he didn't do Shannon any harm. Well, he did drug her, you know, to keep her quiet, and that is obviously harm. But he didn't, you know, there was no violation or anything like that. He looked after her. So this reminds me so much of the Shannon Matthews case. Of course, she was found under a bed, wasn't she? She was found under a bed, and she was hiding under there. Well, I say voluntarily, because he told her to. Because she wasn't. She liked him, and I've been watching quite a few documentaries about it today.
Come in, everyone.
And she got on really well with the guy, you know, who kidnapped her. Well, he didn't even kidnap her, really. He just took her to his house. So it makes, this is what I'm saying, how well did Charlotte maybe know this guy? You know, maybe she didn't, you know, maybe he gave her some story like, oh, you know, your mum's ill or whatever, you've got to come with me. And if children, if they know somebody, they do go with them. So maybe she did go voluntarily. How did he keep her at his mum's property without her screaming and shouting and things? You know, I did, Rustic. What did you think about her? What did you think about Charlotte's aunt? I'm going to show you some videos of her, actually.
Welcome to media. Thank you, Katie.
Can't decide about Charlotte's aunt. Really cannot decide about Charlotte. In fact, I think we might have a look at... Now, I don't know what you know about Charlotte's aunt, but she's in media herself. She's got this TikTok
we don't know in
channel,
real time
and
what
you know, I've got some of the videos ready to show you.
Get more probable cause suspicion based off this search to come back and start digging. We just don't know what's going on.
No, she wasn't. She's
real
very
time. This is real time.
You'll see when we look at the TikTok videos. There's no difference between the TikTok videos she does,
which is
and the
right,
you know, normally on a regular basis, and
Charlotte's
the TikTok
family's home.
Videos that she does when Charlotte goes missing. But of course, you know, the thing is, she's not actually Charlotte's aunt in the blood sense. she is the sister-in-law. So she's not related by blood to Charlotte's mum. She's the sister-in-law. I think she's married to either Charlotte's mum's brother or Charlotte's dad's brother. So, you know, maybe she's not that close to them and she got volunteered. Shall we have a look? I think we should have a look. Well, I'm glad you said that, Rachel, because I felt terrible that I was even thinking it.
Yes, it looks like
But
I've
thought
seen
it-
three structures.
I
One
thought
right
it
there,
from the very
one
first
back,
time I
one
saw
right
her
there,
on the telly. And I'll show
and
you
one
why.
right there is home.
Okay, I'm
Three-
going to
I've
turn the
seen three.
sound
There could
down.
be
We'll
more.
just leave that on for a while and we'll come back to it. Right, so I want to find the very, very first video that I saw of oh, where's that gone? Because you know when you get everything ready and then it just jumps off. The very, very first video that I saw of her, she was being interviewed on the street and she didn't look at the camera. It just always worries me that she was looking down, and she is she's on media. She is used to media, etc. So she's not unused to the media or whatever, but she just didn't look at the camera. She looked down all the time, and I just remember thinking, why is she looking down? Why is she not looking at the camera? So I've just got to find that first one. Let's see. When? Was it this one? Might have been this one. Let's have a look. No. Oh, maybe. No, it wasn't CNN. It definitely wasn't CNN. Was it here? So you just have to bear with me a little bit. Now, that's the one when she was on TikTok. It wasn't on TikTok. It was the interview that she did in the street. Maybe, hang on, let me see here. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'll try and find it later. But let's look at the actual TikTok videos. So, share this tab. Now, let me just make sure you can see that. I think you can. Yeah. So this is her on TikTok, the video that she made while Charlotte was still missing. Come on. Oh. Why is that not working? Nothing's working for me. Hang on. Yeah, this is her TikTok. I was looking at it earlier. It was working fine. Why is it not working now? Ah, there you go.
Hi guys, I know there's so much information out there about my niece, Charlotte.
Yeah, she's concerned about her hair a lot, isn't she? I mean, I just feel that if that was my niece that was, and I could be completely wrong. Maybe they're just not that close. I don't know, but I don't know. Would you be that bothered about what your hair looked like?
Charlotte. I appreciate all of the videos and all of the outreach. It's a little bit overwhelming. I'm obviously handling the media stuff for the family, given that I work in the media. There isn't any information that we can tell at this time, but
and then, sorry, I did think, has she been crying? You know, because her eyes do look red, but actually when you see her other videos, they always look the same.
You can keep sharing her photo and praying. Really, that is really the best that the family, our family, can ask of anyone at this time. The police are doing their job. They know what they're doing. I'm getting so many messages I can't even keep up, honestly. But if you know anything at all, please contact the New York State Police. If you know anyone that lives around the area, I feel like any information would help with their investigations at this time. So I'll try to keep you guys updated if I hear of anything.
Okay, so I don't know. What do you think? But now these are her other TikTok videos. That's the one she released when Charlotte went missing. But she's so funny.
Everyone is saying that this filter is made by AI, so it's supposed to be really accurate. I don't see it. Everyone is saying that this filter...
I don't think her eyes look any different, do they? Yeah, you know, just not. I'm not a lover of TikTok, to be honest.
My red flags. Okay. What? Pick their nose? Never. Vegetarian? Oh, but no, I'm not a vegetarian. 3. What? Can't dance, bitch. Anyway. My red flags. Okay. What? Pick their nose? Never. Vegetarian? Oh, but no, I'm not a vegetarian. 3. What? Can't dance, bitch. Anyway.
Just weird, I think. But anyway, maybe it's me.
Here's what my daughter's bringing for lunch today. She's having some honeydew, a little Baby Bell Gouda cheese. These are so good. Strawberries, white rice, baked salmon, and roasted broccoli. And a little side of soy sauce. The salmon and broccoli are left over from last night. It's one of her favorites. Strawberries, white rice, baked salmon, and roasted broccoli.
Now there's another one she did about the Queen, which was quite funny. I can find it. Oh, this one's strange.
Since you got your degree and you know every fucking thing. Since you got your degree and you know every fucking thing.
Maybe I've just got no sense of humour. I don't know. Yeah. Right, let me see if I can find the one with the Queen. Anyway, she did something about apparently the Queen has 3 alcoholic drinks a day, and then she just picks up a glass of wine and starts drinking it. So, yeah.
If somebody had a gun to my head and said, spell croissants, I'd be dead. If somebody had a gun to my head and said, spell croissants, I'd be dead.
Yes. So I don't personally think she looks any different on the other videos than she did on the video. Does she look different? Sadder?
Hi guys. I know there's so much information out there about my niece Charlotte. I appreciate all of the videos and all of the outreach. It's a little bit overwhelming. I'm obviously handling the media stuff for the family, given that I work in the media. There isn't any information that we can tell at this time, but if you can keep sharing her photo and praying, really, that is really the best that the family, our family,
The
can
family,
ask
our
of
family.
anyone at this time.
So bear in mind
The
at this
police are
moment
doing their
in
job.
time, her niece is missing, and there's an Amber Alert out, which is risk of, serious harm or death. And I don't know, maybe it's just me. I'm glad you mentioned it though, Rach, because then it makes me realise it isn't just me. I thought, oh God, I'm so cynical. Okay, let's have a look. What's going on with... is he still live? Yeah, it's still live.
Today you work at Fox.
So it's that house is not very nice.
Yeah, we got 4,000 watching right now.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Well, where are you at?
I live in Florida. I go all around the country.
I heard you guys say that. I used to live in
Oh, they're in there. So the police are in there now by the look of it.
Expensive there.
But they haven't got the hazmat suits on. Yeah. I suppose they wore the hazmat suits at the other place because that's actually where she was. Right, just let me come back and see.
Lauderdale County.
You not think something?
All right, so they are inside. Yeah, I smell nail polish. I also smell fire. It was smoky.
Yeah.
Off and on. Neighbors were totally cool. When I first got here, I know that was his house on the left. All the neighbors were like,
sorry,
over
just,
there. I actually went in.
Yes, I saw that interview, Ray. In fact, I've got that up here somewhere.
Like, hey, what are you doing?
Let me just turn the sound down.
And then he came over to me later and
because,
said, hey, can you do me a favor? You got in my backyard. Can you take it down? I said, yeah, I privatized the video.
If you watched that interview, and it seems like Rach did, I don't know if anybody else did, but they couldn't get the sound sorted for ages, and she was sort of smiling, and I don't know, just me, just because I'm different, I probably should not, judge other people the way that I'd react, because everybody reacts differently. Oh, this is that interview. Let's have a look. So this is that New York detective guy. Now, it took them quite a while to get the sound sorted out. I don't know, she just...
Different, maybe?
AirPods.
Okay, now I got you. I could hear you without the AirPods. Yeah, put them down.
Are you then?
Yeah, now. Oh, but now you can't hear me. Okay, so if they're back in, and now I can hear you. All right, but so what happens is when you connect, you have to have your phone recognize the AirPods, like in the Bluetooth. If your phone's not recognizing it, then this won't recognize it. So that's why I can't hear you when you're talking now, but when you take it out, then I can hear you because your phone audio is working. It's kind of weird, and that's why I sent instructions early. Yeah, I can't hear you.
Should I?
Now, technology, ladies and gentlemen. Twyla, this is almost like you. This is almost like what happens with you sometimes.
Yeah, I know it.
All right, but
I did feel like Twyla was looking at her a little bit sideways, but I don't know.
I want to hear from her, so hopefully she'll get that corrected. All right.
Dirty Ron, maybe if she can hear us, maybe she can leave out because I've left out before. Leave out and turn your Bluetooth, your ear things off, and then come back in with the earbuds.
I think this is when she's wearing the same clothes, same nail varnish and everything as when she did that TikTok video. So, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just me because I'd be a blubbering wreck, and that's just the way I am because I'm so emotional. Not everyone is that emotional, I suppose. And she is, used to media, etc. Maybe she just doesn't, and she's that step removed because she's not blood family to Charlotte. I don't know.
Off and see if that works.
Oh, okay. But if her earbuds aren't paired up with her phone and connected to them, when she connects to StreamYard, then it won't be where you can hear it. Like I've done that several times. So hopefully
I mean, at the end of the day, it wasn't her that kidnapped Charlotte because it was the guy who kidnapped Charlotte because he had her in the cupboard. But I do feel there's a lot more to come out about this. There's a lot more. I don't understand how he came to target Charlotte. I don't understand how he just knew she was going to do that last loop on her own. How would he even know that? Or was it just passing? And it was just a total random thing as he's passing in the car. He's seen her and grabbed her, or was he lurking in the, we don't know enough yet, do we, at the end of the day?
she gets it right, and then hopefully she can come back.
Does she see the mic at the bottom of her screen? Does it look like it has a mark over it, like it's off?
See, now it's going to be echoey without the headphones on.
She's got her mic muted. Hit the mic button again.
Okay.
There we go.
Can you hear me? I know. I have so many problems with the AirPods. I work in television. Perfect. I know. And I do Zoom TV segments since the pandemic from my dining room, and they don't work half the time.
But now you're perfect. Now you're perfect. We could hear you perfectly.
Great. No AirPods. The really tough thing is I don't have any more. I mean, I've been there all day. We're finally home. We're going back tomorrow morning. There isn't any more information. That's what's, I think, challenging for.
And then sometimes I look at her and think, oh no, she does look upset. So I can't decide.
My sister-in-law and my brother-in-law is that there isn't any information. I know that the state police are out there. I know that they're doing their job. I mean, there's more police. I mean, in my 20 years of journalism, there's more police than I've ever seen on a scene. And they're not, if there is information, they're not really sharing it with us.
Right. And they really can't share everything.
But I think that's common, isn't it? That they don't share information even with the family. I don't know, because they can't jeopardize investigations.
Everything that they have for, to keep the investigation close. But some of the things that I would say that, obviously we won't want to speak about this here. Anybody that was around the family that was outside of the family circle, like it said in those news reports, it's already out there that she was riding with friends. So obviously they're going to grab all of those friends and then their surrounding family, because they work, they do this victimology thing. So what they do is they see who has had contact with her within the last, say, week or so, right? She's only 9 years old, but you're going to look at all of her, if she had a cell phone, which most.
Yeah. So now you can duty Ron credit. He's a retired NYPD detective, and he's got his own YouTube channel now. I'm going to come off it now because I don't know how he is about, don't know if he's someone who doesn't mind people using his footage, but he's an interesting channel. So go over and give him a subscribe. I give him his credit because, and hopefully that's enough. But you just never know. Sometimes you get YouTube channels that do sort of pull you up for copyright. And because I don't know about him yet, I'm going to leave it there for this time. If nothing comes up on this particular video, then I would use him again then after that. Okay, let's go back to JLR. So basically, he's just outside the house, really, watching them search the house.
So it looks like all the detectives are in there right now. They're just searching around.
Let me make sure you're
gathering evidence.
all okay. Something off with the auntie, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. A bit of self-promotion, maybe, Jackie. Yeah, maybe that's why she's just, maybe she's not actually that close to Charlotte, I mean, I am close to all my nieces. There are probably some less than I've got some nieces and nephews that live a bit further, I say a bit further away, that moved out of Manchester. Maybe I'm not as close with them, but I'd still be absolutely distraught if they went missing, because I was close to them, when they were younger. Maybe as time's gone on, we've sort of separated a bit, but they all seem to be together. I don't know, Mark. Do men notice nail varnish? But women do. Well, I do anyway. Some women don't. Everybody's different.
I'm not doing it for the money. I'm just doing it.
Have you subscribed to him? Yeah, give him a and Twyla. Yeah, it's an interesting channel. It's an interesting channel. Yeah, Jean, she works in media and she can't work. And it was funny when I was watching it, rang a bell with me because I have some students on Zoom.
Yeah, exactly. Where is everyone else?
And they don't always work.
Got a lot of media outlets. Where are they?
And what happens is when they're not working, you can't hear the person talk. I mean, he explained why it was something to do with Bluetooth. I don't know, but
I'm sure your bosses will appreciate you.
Yeah, there's something about the sister, sister-in-law. The aunt. Maybe it is because she's just she's seen this as an opportunity. At the end of the day, when you're in media, I would imagine if you spent 20 years in media, it's hard to shake that, isn't it? You just go into media mode. So it could be that. We've got to give her the benefit of the doubt, but I still think...
I hear something up in the woods.
There's something very odd
I don't know
about the whole situation. Because I don't understand
I don't know what they're collecting.
How that guy just picked her, unless it, as I say, where was he? And it's because we don't know all the information. As time goes on, we'll get to know the information. But I suppose, will we get to know? Now, what else did I have to show you? That's something else that I want to tell you about later. But don't forget to like. I have to remember that. Yeah, don't forget to press like. Now, totally changing the subject just briefly.
So, guys, I would have went live at the other location of his mother, but that location had literally zero Verizon cell phone reception. I couldn't even get one bar, and it would come and then it would go, and it would just mostly go. And so I made videos, so you could check out the videos there that I posted.
Yeah, earlier he was live at the mother's house, which is where all the real action was going on, because that's where they were with the hazmat suits, and the mother was sat in the car reading through the search warrant, and there were police everywhere, and it was all going on. But he had absolutely no signals, so I don't know if any of you tried to watch it, but he just couldn't stream. So what he did was he clicked off, took a video, and he has uploaded that video now, so you can watch that video of him at the mother's house. So yeah, just changing the subject briefly, I'll put him back on, but I'll just turn the sound down. In the Rachel Marin case, now of course, when this all happened, initially when she disappeared, because I think until the Rachel Marin's murderer is caught, anytime there's any kind of missing person, missing woman or girl or child or whatever, especially around trails and parks and things, we're automatically going to think of him. It could be to do with him because he's still at large. He's still out there roaming, and because he travels so far and wide across the country, you know, we know he's been in Los Angeles and he's been in Maryland, miles away, opposite ends of America. You feel like he could pop up anywhere. So anywhere where anybody goes missing, we're always going to think about him first. And that's the first thing I thought of with this. I thought, well, is it anything to do with him? You know, because there were similarities, you know, being on like a nature trail or a nature park or whatever. Now, hi, Desi. They've put the reward, so there's no news still there, or as far as I know, there's something's happened literally while I've been on stream, because I check the news for Rachel Marin every hour practically. But one thing that they have done is they've increased the reward money. So it started off at $10,000 reward for information leading to the apprehension of a murderer. Then it went up to $20,000, and I think that was the family. I don't know if they're raising money, you know, if they've got any crowdfunding going on. I don't know if anything was open, any you know, fundraising thing was set up for Charlotte, but of course she's been found now. So, but I don't know if they set up a fundraising thing. They shouldn't have really, because the police were looking for it, weren't they? And, you know, people are, we're all, you know, it's easy to criticise the police. And I think the main criticism is, did they announce the Amber Alert early enough? But you know what? You don't know what they knew or what they didn't know. Maybe they were right to search the woods first. I don't know, because, but anyway, I think at the end of the day, though, you can't dispute they found her safe and well. So it was good work. You know, at the end of the day, what they did was good. They found her and she's safe and well. So we've just got to think positive about that. So now in the rate, so the reward money had gone from $10,000 to $20,000. It's now $30,000. So it's been increased. An anonymous donor, so we don't know who that is, someone has donated another $10,000 to the reward money to catch Rachel Marin's killer, which, if you don't know about that, because that's, you know, I've covered that on my videos. Rachel went missing on a nature trail. It was very similar in a way, because it was a Saturday. It was around about 6 o'clock in the evening. She went for a walk on the Marin Power Trail in Maryland and disappeared. And then I think it was the next day her body was found, and the police still have not released details of how she died or her injuries, or, you know, they haven't released any details. There's been, the person that found her said that, you know, various things about her, that she was battered and there was a lot of blood and it was a horrendous scene. But the actual police have not officially said anything about how she died, etc. Then it turned out that there was DNA taken for her, came up in a case in Los Angeles, right over the other side of the country. Home invasion, which again the police have only really released shady details of, because, you know, they're obviously determined not to compromise either investigation. And the guy, the perpetrator, was caught on door cam coming out of this property. It's a very clear picture, I think, of him, although it's not full face, it's more to the side of his face. But I think if you knew that man, you would know who he is. But that's now probably 6 weeks ago, and still nobody has come forward and identified him. Now, there's been the police have gone and interviewed people, and there's been some movement. There's been some, they said they're working their way through, hundreds and hundreds of leads. But just so strange to me that he's not been identified. But anyway, so the reward money, so the only real, what can we call it, development, if you like. And actually, while we're on, I'm just going to have a little quick, just to make sure that nothing's happened in the meantime, because things can come out quickly. But no, it's still just the latest news is the reward rises to $30,000 euros, $30,000. So it's 2 months now, probably more than, yeah. That's the only update. So it started off as a $10,000 reward. Then it became a $20,000 reward, and now it is a $30,000 reward. So they're trying to lure out developments, aren't they, information with money, because money talks. So someone somewhere knows who that man is. There's no way, in my opinion, that nobody knows. I'll just see if we can have a little look at, oh no, I can't look at that. That's not in my area. I can only look at the YouTube videos. I can't look at the actual website videos. So, yeah, Rachel, bless her. 5 children, 37 years old. Let's just have a quick look at Rachel so we can remember. She's very unforgettable, to be honest. You would not forget Rachel. You saw her once, you would not forget her. She's very distinctive, very attractive, very striking. So this is Rachel, 37 years old, 5 children now without a mother because of what this guy, so this is the guy. And I just feel very strongly that this guy, somebody will know who he is. That if you knew him, you would recognize him. You can just, he's very distinctive. Also, it's like, just as Rachel is distinctive, he's distinctive, bless him. Well, not bless him, bless her. Yeah, you can virtually see his face. You're not that far off seeing his whole face. His nose is quite distinctive. He's broad. He's got no tattoos. He's got a distinctive haircut, and it's led many people to think that maybe he's in the military or something. But anyway, it's a popular haircut. That was Rachel with a boyfriend. Suspicion was cast on him at first, but now, since this DNA has been found, and this was Michael Gabreski, there was a bit of suspicion on him as well. It was his stepdaughter that found the body because he lives right near the trail. But no, the DNA, it's this man. So they've got the DNA, they've got the smoking gun, but they haven't got the man. And it just seems amazing to me that they haven't got him. And now, let's see what happens now. With $30,000. Let's go back to JLR, see what he's talking about.
It's like those detectives are leaving. Or getting in their car. Going back to the car. Are they leaving?
I don't think they're going to find much at that house. Oh, well, he's got his house mat suit on.
This could be a preliminary look. This could have just been a formality. or this is over.
It's quite strange, really, because he's got his hazmat suit on, but the others haven't. Are they not going inside then? I thought they were all inside, but he's all booted up and everything. That's strange, isn't it? Why is he all booted up and the others aren't? Bye, Rachel. See you soon.
Miss Kirby, Craig Ross suffers with multiple sclerosis. Probably the medication was for him, as my cousin suffers the same thing. He moved in with his
Well,
mom.
Jackie, over $50,000 raised on a GoFundMe for Charlotte and family.
Thank you for the information, Miss Kirby, and thank you for the support.
What is the GoFundMe for? This is, I don't understand that. When she's been missing only 2 days, 3 days, why are they having a GoFundMe? Though, no, I know, David, you're saying it's legit, but what is it for? Because before they know what's happened to her. Do you see what I mean? They're raising but the police are looking for her. They don't need money for search or anything, not within the first couple of days. I could see it, as time went on, the police stopped looking, or if, unfortunately a body was found, they needed to do the funeral. Or I can see it then, but I don't understand why anyone would set up a GoFundMe within the first couple of days. I honestly don't understand that. Oh, you're in Paddington, Rach. Where are you going, Edward? You'll let us know tomorrow, I'm sure.
Looks like they're out of here, guys.
You already have on your channel.
So we watched the warrant go down.
But take care.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of you in the chat there is saying that it's legitimate, but I don't really understand why you would start up a GoFundMe within a day of somebody going missing when you don't even know what's happened to them.
Could be over, guys.
But anyway, that's me. I'm just suspicious. I'm suspicious. I'm Mrs. Cynical.
I didn't see anything come out. Did you guys see anything come out?
Oh, Desi, what's up with you? You okay? Right, sorry, I probably missed quite a lot of the chat. I hope I haven't missed anyone coming in, but hello. And also hello to everybody, because I know there's a lot more of you watching at home. I can see the number of people that are watching.
Are they done this whole location? Is this
Not
whole
everybody
location
wants to join
over?
in the chat. Thank you for watching. Please press like if you don't mind, and consider subscribing.
Everybody might be going home, folks. That means he's no longer. This home is no longer a crime scene.
I should go and see the grandchildren. Yeah, who started the GoFundMe? That's it. Let's have a look. So, you're paranoid.
No more tape on here. No more anything.
Well, she's been found safely.
They very well might be going.
Let's have a look at this.
It's like they might be done.
Oh, I spelled it wrong. Hang on. Oh. Guess who started the GoFundMe?
Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, I'm always a little bit let's have a look at it. So this is the GoFundMe for the Sena family. Jenny Luciani is the person organising this fundraiser. That is the sister-in-law. Charlotte Sena, so it was made a day ago, it says. So is there an actual date? Anyway, Charlotte Sena was abducted on the 30th of September in upstate New York and found on the 10th. Oh, this is after she was found. Please donate to help the family during this difficult time. I am Charlotte's son, and any donations will go directly to her parents to help with any expenses while they transition back to some sense of normalcy. Thank you. Is it just me, or do you find that strange? I'm just thinking, if one of my nieces went missing, or one of my niece's children, or any, I don't think I would be the one to do the fundraiser, but she has been the one to be their voice. So they'll need to take time off to assist their daughter to heal. That's fair enough. They would need, yeah, they may not be able to work because of, you know, everything. Yeah, so $23,988 raised. You know, and well, I'm not against it, but it's funny that no, it's me. I'm too cynical. I'm sorry. I'm too cynical. I've got to stop thinking like that. I mean, it's lovely that it's so great that she's been found. Oh, bless. Yeah, well, I tell you what they could probably do with, to be fair, is a nice holiday. But of course, they'd be probably terrified of going on holiday now because they were on holiday, weren't they, when she went missing? So, yeah. What do you think? Is it me? Am I being very cynical? Just tell me. Is it me? Am I being cynical? No, she started the GoFundMe after she was found, Jackie. It was when she was found that she started the GoFundMe. She wasn't when she was missing. Look, she was found on the 10th of. She only started it a day ago, yesterday. I mean, I think they do deserve to go on holiday, that's for sure. Definitely deserve, you know, a holiday sometime, or some time off work at least, to just be together and, you know, help her get over her trauma. So, yeah, fair enough, fair enough. It's just me. I'm very cynical, which is a shame. I think it's just because the aunt came over as strange, and she's the one that started the fundraiser. So if it's going to the parents and that, so we'll see how it goes. I think what I might have to do is contribute towards it, just to atone for being so bloody cynical. Right, let's go back to this one.
Might be done.
Yeah. Have you had similar thoughts? Yeah. I think.
Will the trooper go back up and perch himself at that spot?
It reminded me so much. It reminds me a lot of that. It was when she was found it. I think I said at the time, oh gosh, reminded me of Shannon Matthews. But it's just all strange. I can't see how it came to happen. I can't see how this guy knew she would be there. But anyway, it's all going to come out. It's all going to come out. Hi, Phaedra. Yeah, it's good to question, isn't it?
Thank you.
You've got to question. You've got to ask questions until we know. When things come out and we find out how he came to kidnap her, you know, maybe the reason he put.
All right, detectives are leaving. Even the troopers leaving. Everyone's leaving.
Yeah.
His home has been officially cleared.
Hi. Oh, DMV, I've nearly finished now. Now, I mean, obviously, I won't be back at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever it was like I was last night when she was found. But if there's any developments, I'll try and share them as soon as possible. Obviously, it's all, I'll be going to bed soon, and it's all just starting to happen in America. And there may well be some developments as the day goes on, but we've got JLR there to keep us informed.
You got a big mailbox, folks.
They've got a big mailbox.
Big mailbox.
Yeah. So, there's like a big mailbox. Yeah, they're different from the mailboxes in Spain. We don't. My mailbox is not that big, but my voice is going. It will all come out in the wash, won't it? Well, will it? Because, of course, as far as Nicola Bull is concerned, it hasn't really all come out yet.
There's Frisbee in his yard.
What day are we on today? So it's Tuesday today. So tomorrow night I may do another live on. I may do a live about Shannon Matthews tomorrow. I don't know. And then in the members live, I need to have a think about what we're going to do. Was that Yvonne?
So here it is.
Saw there. I just saw Yvonne sneaking.
JLR investigates.
If I did miss you, Yvonne, hi.
Of Craig Ross, his actual home. They searched the home.
Blessed it. I loved it. I do
out here all night long.
Look, yeah. Anyway,
now,
I do love
here.
him. I do love him.
Somebody just came. Someone just came. This could be his son.
His son. Oh, he's got a son.
This could be his son.
JLR is in his element, isn't he? When he's out, I knew he would go. He's in his absolute element, being there, and it's brilliant to see footage from the actual scene.
How you holding up?
Oh.
Joshua?
Oh.
How you holding up?
Dear me.
So what's going on?
Oh.
I mean, this was a 9-year-old girl. I'm not on your property. What's going on? It was a 9-year-old girl. What's going on? So what happened? What happened?
God, he's a lot braver than me. Oh, they've got a dog. There's always a dog. Always a dog. There's always a dog.
So the one front guy, his name was Joshua. That was his son, I believe. So they arrived after they. So they're at their dad's home, I believe.
He's never disrespectful, JLR. I mean, he stayed sort of where he was. She said, get off the property or whatever. And he said, I'm not on your property. He isn't. And I hope he's not disrespectful, because I don't like to. I've never seen him be disrespectful, because at the end of the day, it's nothing to do with them, is it? Dear me. I don't know if is that his.
So
he might tell us.
This is his home. He lives here by himself. So his children, now that the crime scene has been released, I'm assuming children, maybe at least the first guy. I don't know who the female was. His son has came to his house right after the police released the crime scene. As the police were all out here, they left. It's believed that's his son arrived. Now his son is in his house. His son does not live here that I know of. People told me he lives here all by himself.
No, he's much more respectful than.
And we're talking about Craig. Craig living here all by himself. His son, I do not believe in now. He could stay here once in a while, possibly.
But I tell you what, in America, he could come out with a gun now. That's the thing, I'm always surprised that the other person, nothing's happened to him yet. Well, he has been. He has had problems, You're just waiting for a disaster to happen with him because he's just too rude and disrespectful. But with JLR, with it being in America, I'd be terrified if the things are going to come out with a shotgun now and just bloody shoot me or something.
All right. Well, I don't think they don't want to talk, obviously, so I'm not going to ask them anything else or say anything to them.
That's
They
it.
wanna
If
talk,
they don't want to
they're
talk,
more
you
than
just
welcome
walk
to
away, because there's no
contact
point in trying to
JLR
get them to talk.
Investigates, and would love to hear their insight.
Yeah.
about-
There's no point in bugging people. It's just not
Doesn't
fair
hurt
for
to
a
ask.
start. You've got to think how
Doesn't
you'd
hurt to
feel in that
ask, so.
position. Can you imagine when
that's
you're
the
going through
situation
that,
of what's
someone
going
sticking
on.
a camera in
It
your
was
face?
a 9-year-old girl, 9-year-old Charlotte Sena, 9 years old. Very sad situation.
I didn't realize
And
we had.
we are so glad that
So he's got adult children.
was.
Because they sort of made him out, oh, you know, he still lived with his mum, like, you know, he never got married or whatever. It was 47 and
I can understand what they're going through too, because they're probably just as shocked.
Of course they are.
But sometimes, you know, sons and siblings, they'll have some insight about perpetrators, so it doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah, they probably don't know anything about it. And I wonder if JLR has got a bulletproof vest.
Oh, I was out here when they were the authorities. They were out here searching. I've been out here covering the search. Well, I was here. Do you live here? Well, I'm asking if you live here. I mean, do you live here? You live here. Okay. So authorities were here searching. I was covering the search. I mean, this is a national case.
Yes, I understand, but we are his kids. We obviously understand the gravity of this situation.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do. Obviously, I don't want to be harassed.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a video cam. Obviously,
Yeah.
It's your amendment right. I am 100% aware of that. You're videotaping. You're on a public road. I am 100% aware of that. Right? But he's in jail. We want nothing to do with him. I can give a fuck if the dude dropped him tomorrow. I can care less.
What would you mind coming out and saying that, and just so the public, so the public, you know, maybe just come out here. And it's hard to hear. Could you just come down and say how you're feeling?
I just told you how I'm feeling.
So you're saying you want nothing to do with him?
No. He's disgusting.
Oh.
He died. I can care less. That's how I feel. All right?
Gotcha.
I can give a rat's ass what happens.
Gotcha.
You got that video?
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Mind putting my phone away?
Gotcha. Thank you. Praying for you.
Oh.
You have a great day. Thank you.
Oh, he always gets people to talk to him, JLR. See how he gets
All right.
people to
Gotcha.
talk to him?
As we said, sometimes you persist, you get some information. He wants nothing to do with his dad. He said he hopes his dad DIEs and stuff. And I am going to leave. So the search is over. Family, you know, that's his son. That's his daughter. They're upset. Don't know what the daughter feels about the father, but the son was like, no, wants nothing to do with it. So could you guys hear that?
Yeah. I'm talking to him.
Did you guys hear that?
See how he gets people? That's how you get people to talk. By being polite and respectful, awesome. He got them to talk.
All right, guys. JLR investigates. I am signing off. We'll talk soon. I'm going to go to the park. I'm going to go to the park in a little bit. So we will talk soon.
Have
a great day.
Oh, bless him. Yeah, see, he'd be pleased with that. He's got an interview there with the children. He's done well, you know, to get the interview, and it's good to see what they think, because otherwise people end up hating them, don't they? You know, because they think, oh, that's and it's nothing to do with them. You know, that's their father. They can't help it. you know, and they don't know anything about it, and they must be awful. There's always more of the family or of the perpetrators. I always say it. You've got the victims, you've got the family of the victims, then you've got the family of the perpetrator who are other victims. So he's very good. He's very, very good, JLR. He always, it's rare for him not to get someone to talk, because he doesn't push it too much. He gets the police to talk to him. He gets the people that are involved. People come and give him information. Because I don't know if you watched his earlier stream, but he was at the courthouse. He was doing a live stream there. And some woman just drove up to him and said, "Oh, go to his mother's house because the police are there, and they're all in hazmat suits and this, that, and the other." People tell him things because they trust him. So, okay, so exactly, you can pick your friends, but not your family. So I was going early, but I'm glad I stayed on a bit longer so we could watch that with JLR. So that's his children. That's the guy's children, Craig's children. More to come on this story. So hopefully tomorrow we'll know a bit more, because of course it's daytime there. So I don't think I'll be back online unless something really dramatic happens before tomorrow. And we may get some news about Rachel Marin as well in the meantime. That's the next thing. So there's been quite a few, there's been things that have been sorted. Let's hope for another. We need that guy. The thought of that guy that's killed Rachel, and who knows who else, because we don't know what else he's done. Still walking around amongst people is scary. So, okay, thank you so much for being here with me. I know there was quite a lot of you. And as I say, thanks to you that are just sitting at home watching. Please consider subscribing. Please like the video. These are free ways you can help me out. If you want to help my channel out a little bit more, you can become a member. I've got a lot of members on here tonight. Thursday night is the members only live stream. And members, don't forget to get a mask, a photo of. I've got 2 photos of people in masks, both men. One we did get to see last week, but somebody else has sent me a picture. So yeah, get your masks ready and send me a photo anonymously, of course. So thank you so much. Take care and sleep well, and I'll see you. Remember to always live and love very, very wisely, very carefully. Unfortunately, you can't choose what your parents do, but you can choose your partners. So, and I'll see you very soon. And until then, may your God go with you. Thank you so much. Bye.